Welcome back to Let's Play the Capo 2. Man, I'm tired. Been trying to be awake more in the mornings and it's just so... Mornings just aren't my thing, man. I'm not a morning person. After our homeroom teacher left, everybody started packing up in small groups. Yeah, okay. Is it just me, or does this route so far feel a little lacking in something? I can't quite pinpoint what it is. Maybe it's just because I haven't been feeling all that great lately. Been kind of feeling just like, ugh. Actually got my eyes tested the other day, and I actually need glasses. I can see clearly up close, but from a distance, like if there's text or anything, it becomes kind of blurred. And I always I kind of shrugged it off for quite some time, but now that it's actually been pointed out, I'm like, well, shit, those freaking... I bet it was Pokemon Emerald that did that well. That was probably part of the reason. Seriously, man, I kinda overdid it with that. I'm never speeding up a game ever again, even if it's like... takes forever to get through something. I'm not freaking speeding up games like that anymore, because that really screws with the eyes. No, not at all. You don't even have to ask. Can I ask Coco, who is also packing up? Oh, one thing I just remembered off the top of my head. The previous recording, yes, the previous recording. Not the dog shit joke part, that was pretty random. And it's just me, or did the sleepover thing feel a little lacking? It had potential, but it kind of felt like it kind of missed couple opportunities for some more randomness. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But editing wise for that part, you may have noticed the sound got slightly quieter every now and then, and there was a slight bit of echo here and there for a brief few seconds. You know why that was? Well, as I've mentioned before, editing, sometimes the audio and video go out of sync. Usually this is the case with Persona 4 because the audio and video are separate, and technically they are the same when I record with Camtasia on the laptop and all, but it only seems to go out of sync with this LP. Like any other recordings I've done with Camtasia, usually the audio stays in sync, pretty much perfectly. Well, there are exceptions. I mean, Rambo Ocarina of Time, the first part of that was like out of sync completely. Because back then I didn't realize I could edit a bit better now, or maybe I wasn't recording with Camtasia yet at that point. I can't even remember, it was so long ago. But you get the idea. So I recorded and edited for Persona 4 quite a while back, and the editing was a bitch because it was going out of sync all the time. And then when I did the next recording for this LP, it did the same thing. It's like, oh, for crying out loud, you're just trying to destroy my motivation, aren't you, Camtasia? Audio, video files going out of sync, audio just like, it'll be like, they'll be saying something before the character appears on screen, or they'll be saying it too late, or it'll be repeatedly looped because the audio picks up on two different files. It's just such a pain in the ass when that happens. But I totally called it when I said, well, that was a bit delayed then, and I bet that's gonna be, like, audio out of sync. But I didn't think that the audio would go out of sync multiple times, even before it got to that point. But I was spot on with that one. Coco waved her hand to decline. When we got to the entranceway, Suganami was hiding behind the shoe lockers. What are you doing?
残念だけど、凡人の私にはあんたが何をしようとしているのか皆目見当もつかないけど。右に同じ。
そんな残念だ。
We're going to go to a cafe. Do you care to join us?
いや、今取り込み中だな。すまんが他を当たってくれ。
Then Tsunami dashed away. What was that?
そう、まるで興味なし。同じく。
We stood there staring in the direction Tsunami had taken off towards. Then Mayuki-senpai approached us.
なんだなんだ、3人揃ってぼーっとしちゃって。高坂先輩。
We're not just standing here.
そりゃ悪かったね。ところで弟くん、この辺りで杉並を見なかった？杉並くん、また何かやらかしたんですか？いや、特に何かしたってわけじゃないんだけどね。人の顔を見るなり逃げ出したから追いかけてるってわけ。杉並ならあっちに行きました。
Anzu pointed in the direction that he'd left in.
サンキュー。じゃあちょっと行ってくる。
Now, for some reason, I think they'd make an interesting couple, don't you?
100も承知だから。あれね。
Who knows, maybe like at the end of it all it has like a kind of time skip and it ends up being true. That'd be random. Mayuki-senpai waved at us cheerfully and dashed away. What was that? Sorry said that.
単に逃げ癖がついてるだけなんじゃない？なんか楽しそうだよね、2人とも。
Well, I'm glad we aren't involved.
そうね。さっさと行きましょう。
I mean, that sounds somewhat interesting. A good thing we're not gonna do that, then. There needs to be a spin-off where Tsunami and, like,
歌う？
Mayuki just, like, random scenarios. I mean, remember when you, like, I can't even remember how it went, because they didn't on-screen it. It's like, oh, that sounds interesting, so we off-screen it. They'd always do that.
今日はカラオケって気分じゃないの？
I felt the same.
じゃあ喫茶店がいい？それとも髪どころにする？
I'm fine either way.
ようかわかって言われたら今日は和の気分かな。じゃあ花より団子に行きましょう。
No objection here. Is this all for your order? I mean, is this all for your order? It'll be just a minute. After the waitress left us, Hanzu turned back to face me. By the way, shouldn't you be at a drama club meeting? You know, Coco said she was gonna practice with the light music club, so...
まあ3年生は事実上引退みたいなものだし。
Really?
後輩たちの陣中以外に行ってあげてもいいけど、しばらく公演もないだろうし。それにココちゃんは部活だなんて口実だよ、きっと。
An excuse for what?
何でもいいでしょ。余計な詮索はしないの。そうでした。
Akane looked apologetic.
あずちゃんは門校に進んでも演劇部入るの？微妙。そうなんだ。セリフ覚えがいいからって理由で入部したけど、やりたいことはやり尽くした気もするし。
There aren't only actors in the club, right? Don't they also need writers and directors?
演出はやってたわ。でも私、創作とかそっち方面は向かないと思うのよね。
Was that true?
何にせよ、進学してから考えようって思って。
You know, the stupid thing is, like, I think, like, if I were in, like, situation where I'm, like, working on a game or a movie or something like that, I'd probably be one of the kind of ones that come up with the ideas, the writing bit of it. Trouble is, I'm lazy. Very lazy when it comes to writing. I'm just like, I can't be asked. I've got all these ideas, but I can't be asked to write them down. I'd probably be like, okay, we'll have someone write them down. I'm gonna give you these ideas. You write them down, and I'll just tell you if it's like what you've written down is exactly as I envisioned it in my mind, because I can't be asked typing it all out. Just like, you lazy son of a bitch. I know, but it's just how it is. That might be better since we've still got exams before graduation. Akane suddenly looked depressed when that topic came up.
そういえばそうでした。もうすぐ学年末試験だよね。来月でしょ。そんなのあっという間だもん。
Yeah, you're right.
憂鬱だよね。
Yeah?
吉行くんは憂鬱じゃないの？
Not really, we'll automatically be elevated to the main campus after we graduate.
でも、だからってテストが憂鬱なことには変わりないよ。
Don't be silly, unlike at other schools, we don't have to struggle through entrance exams right now.
そうね。
In contrast, we should be glad that we automatically move up to the main campus. Our fellow students who are trying to transfer to universities off the island must be in agony as well.
そうかもしれないけどさ、結局テストはあるんだから、憂鬱なことには変わりないよ。
You know, I can imagine some of the students just be like, I want to get off this frickin' island, these damn cherry trees, every goddamn year round. Ah! I'm not depressed.
吉行くん、私とあんまり成績変わらないくせに、なんでそんなに涼しい顔していられるの？
It's because I've accepted my limits.
要は自分に甘いってことよね。
Anzu sounded cold, but she was right. Well, it's something like that.
あずちゃん、私に雪村流暗記術教えて。いいね。あれは一子相伝なの。一子相伝？難しい言葉使われてもわかんないよ。
Was it too difficult?
まあ、たとえ教えたとしても一朝一夕で身につくものじゃないから試験には間に合わないし、テスト勉強やった方がずっと楽よ。はい、頑張ります。
Thank you for waiting. The waitress laid out the food we'd ordered. I ordered Kuzukiri, Anzu, green tea, Shiroko, and Akane chestnut zenzai. Is that everything? Enjoy. Enjoy your lack of voice acting. I couldn't help feeling that the waitresses in this kind of care had the power to break the flow of conversation. After she made sure the waitress had left, Anzu continued.
たとえ暗記術が身についたとしても、テストでいい点は取れるとは限らないもの。やっぱり日頃から勉強はしないとね。
It was true that not all the questions would be answerable through rote memorization. Math or essay questions would be exceptions. Anzu was
それ
right.
にね、雪村流暗記術だっていいことばっかりじゃないんだから。
That's true, really, in other ways as well. I mean, like when you leave school, you just think, okay, done. Or if you go to university or anything like that, it's like, once that's done, it's like, done. Don't need to learn anything else. Bullshit. If you don't continue learning throughout your life, you're gonna fall behind, really, aren't you, on knowledge-wise? Just be like, okay, so what I was taught in school is, not what is taught nowadays. Just like, now I'm confused. You know, it's just like someone, like, older could be like, sure, they could have more qualifications, but they don't know, like, the stuff that's getting taught in schools now compared to what it was back then, and if they don't keep up with that a bit, it falls behind a bit. Like, I remember in school when it was like, in our solar system, 9 planets. Pluto was a planet. Nowadays it's like, no it isn't, it's too small. And then someone like, Maybe it is. Maybe you can count it as a planet, but it's like, no, it's not a planet. It's too small. But poor Pluto. No, it's too small. So there's all that now, isn't it? You gotta keep up on things here and there, otherwise you fall behind in terms of knowledge.
そうなの？忘れたいことも忘れられないっていうのは結構辛いものよ。
I remembered what Anzu had told me the other day. She'd lost her loving grandmother and she was involved in a nasty inheritance battle. Bastards, Anzu must want to forget those bad memories. Everybody has a couple of bad experiences they want to erase. I asked myself if I did. There's a lot. But I couldn't realize how it'd be if I couldn't repress those memories.
いまいちピンとこないけど。
Akane seemed to be likewise.
でも、あんたちゃんがそう言うんだからそうなんだろうね。
Even though I couldn't feel it, I could imagine what it'd be like. I thought I could understand how hard it'd be for Anzu.
そういうこ
Anzu looked satisfied and nodded. It's nice to chat, but let's eat.
と。そうね。いただきます。
Then we indulged in the sweets to our heart's content.
おはよ
I turned around and found Coco running my way. Oh, morning.
う。一緒に学校行こう。
She smiled innocently. Sure. We started walking side by side.
だって笑っちゃうよね。
Ha 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 ha. Coco laughed cheerfully. She was exceptionally upbeat this morning. The cherry blossom petals were falling. As always, I saw a few Kasami Academy students on their way to school. And Coco was by my side. Have we swapped routes here? This is kind of a random scenario all of a sudden. I guess it's been a while since we last walked to school like this.
そう？
We used to go to school together all the time since our houses are so close. I couldn't remember the last time I walked to school with Coco. It felt like fairly recently, but it could have been a long time ago.
そうでもないよ。だいたい乙女先輩やゆめちゃんと一緒のことが多かったでしょ。
Whatever happened to those two? They've exited the plot entirely. Well, that's true. The house was right next door and I used to live with them until the spring of last year.
まあ、最近の義行はハンズに夢中だから、私のことなんかすっかり忘れちゃってただろうけど。
Oh, that's not it.
どうかな。
She sounded mean in a way that she never had before. You know, read the text box here, just reading through it, just like, it's right here, right by her boobs, and it's like, holy shit, they are big, aren't they?
なにその目。
Well, I just thought you sounded unexpectedly mean-spirited.
しょうがないでしょ。私ってば昭和の女だもん。
You'd call yourself that?
幼馴染と親友が付き合うことになるといろいろ気を使っちゃうんだよ。だから嫌味の一つや二つ笑顔で受け止めてね、義行くん。
What? Alright.
あ、そうだ。
Coco suddenly stopped.
ねえ義行、
Hmm?
今日の放課後って暇？
I was thinking of taking Anzu somewhere, but I had no specific plans. Well, I could say I was free. Think so.
ちょっと今日の放課後私に付き合ってくれないかな。ハンズには言っておくからさ。
Where will you be taking me?
ちょっとね。
I know what this is about. I don't know how it's gonna go down, but I know what it's about. Where somewhere?
ちょっとはちょっとだもん。ねえ、いいでしょ？
Well, I think I can do that.
じゃあ放課後ね、約束だよ。
Alright, I guess. I nodded vaguely. Anyhow, Coco seemed forceful today. I was in a very relaxed mood by lunch. I wish this kind of peaceful atmosphere could last a whole day. Growl. Yet I got hungry regardless. I wondered if I could go to the cafeteria or the store. I hoped that Anzu would bring me lunch at a time like this. I got my hopes up as I looked at Anzu.
どうかしたの？
Nothing.
やっぱりアンズにお弁当を作ってもらえばよかったなとかって思ってるんだよ、きっと。
She was absolutely right.
今日は私も忘れずにちゃんと持ってきたから、購買行くなら一人でどうぞ。
Yeah, but I don't feel like bread today. Bread, this day, bread, yesterday, bread. It was right when I was about to give in and go to the store. You are Tabakaze. The classroom door suddenly slid open and Yume rushed in. He's like, yes, I'm still here. Yume. There he goes again. She seemed to have forgotten to speak politely in her excitement. Wait. Again, deja vu with the way you worded that, Yoshiki. Hey, what? All my other classmates looked at Yume as well. Actually, I am totally getting deja vu. What about a car? And because she stuck her head into the classroom from behind Yume, she seemed more excited than Yume. An accident? Everybody looked at the sports field outside the window. There sure was a crowd. What do you think? I glanced at the Setsugeki girls to ask. Just like, oh, we gotta check out the crash. You're not interested? Good point, actually. Anzu. I see. I felt something heavy when she said that. Oh wait, I was going to go to the cafeteria anyway. I'll come with you. Whoa. The scene was hectic. The smell of burnt rubber hit my nose. I saw the evidence on the asphalt. There were black lines of tire tracks. The driver must have hit the brakes hard. I found a sedan that crashed into a utility pole and a crowd was staring in that direction. What the hell? And because they hopped to try and see. While we were confused, the female student among the crowd spoke to us. Did you see it? It was horrifying. It was horrifying. I didn't even have a voice actor or anything. A car suddenly crashed into the telephone pole. Suddenly? Yeah. Didn't the driver try to avoid hitting a stray dog or a cat or something? It kind of looked like that, but there wasn't a dog or cat. Was the driver sleeping? Drink driving? It sounded dangerous anyway. Amikaze looked excited. Yeah, it did. It was so scary. If there was a pedestrian, he'd have been killed instantly. That means the driver didn't hit... that means the driver didn't hit anybody. Looks like he's injured, but it seems light. Were they investigating the accident? Is this the same thing that happened in Manatsu's route, pretty much? Only very different outcome? Well, somewhat. I mean, it could have been worse if it had actually kept with Minatsu's one and Minatsu wasn't there. If you recall, the police officers were questioning the man who was driving the vehicle. The driver looked perplexed and he was tilting his head left and right. Anyway, it was fortunate that nobody got hit.
そうだね。
Is there gonna be anything to this scene other than some random guy crashed into a telephone pole? I felt relieved that none of my friends were involved, but on the other hand, what Andrew had said was bothering me. Is it really all that was for? If so, that just felt
今朝の約
pointless.
束覚えてる？
I mean, was he just drink driving or what? Is that scene gonna come up again or what? Is there some mysterious forces going on in the background in this story that we don't know of yet or what? Koku came up to me as soon as class was finished. Yeah, I do.
そう。じゃあ私、校門のところで待ってるから、また後でね。
Then she quickly walked out of the classroom. What's going on?
何事？
Akane was bursting with curiosity as she came up to me. Why do you look so happy?
だって、ココちゃんがあずちゃんに内緒で、よしゆきくんに声かけるなんて。これは事件ね。事件なのね。
Hey now.
別に事件でもなんでもないわ。そうなの？ココに、今日の放課後、よしゆき貸してって言われたのよ。
Koko asked her just like that.
ってことは、公認スワップ？嘘。なんか汚い大人って感じ。
Your imagination is too extreme.
そうかな。普通だと思うけど。
And I'm not a tool that you can borrow or lend.
それもそうだよね。貸し借りは言葉のあやだもんね。そうでもないわ。
Anzu took a card out of her pocket. What is that?
貸し出しカードよ。よしゆきの。
Anzu was holding a card just like one from a library book. I didn't see much of those lately because the library switched to electronic systems, but I'd seen them in old movies and TV dramas. Give me that! I snatched the card from Anzu's hand. The first line had January 19th, Toshima Koko, clearly written on it.
結構作るのに手間がかかったわ。
It's almost like Tsuganami how you went through so much effort to play this joke.
いいなぁ。私も今度借りてみようかな。ダメよ。茜はいやらしいことに使うから。わかんないよ。使わないかもしれないでしょ。
I thought the chances seemed a bit off. I thought they were just getting a kick out of seeing my reaction by talking about that in front of me.
割増料金でもいいなら考えなくもないけどね。やったー。
Hey, don't make money off of me.
冗談よ。やだな。よしゆきくんってば、もう気にしちゃって。
I didn't take it seriously at all. I gave Akane a flick on her forehead.
ひどいな。よしゆきくんってば。そんなことよりいいの？ここ待たせちゃって。
Is this alright?
いいも悪いもないでしょ。もう約束しちゃったんだから。早く言ってあげて。あの子のことだから、今頃すっぽかされたと思って校門の隅の方でうずくまってるわよ。
She wouldn't be like that. I left the classroom laughing. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. She was actually crouching. Hey, Coco! I rushed to her.
よしゆき。
The moment she saw me, she hastily got up.
なかなか来ないから私、すっぽかされちゃったのかと思っていじけてたよ。
Of course I came. I wouldn't stand you up, and even if I had to, I'd let you know.
そうだよね。私ってばポジティブシンキングで行こうって決めたのに、ついね、反応が。
Coco smiled faintly. So, what do we do now?
ちょっと商店街に行こうと思って。
Okay then. Coco and I walked to the shopping district. It was afternoon and it was crowded. So, what do you buy?
さて、ここでクイズです。
Coco popped the quiz on me. What's up with you?
いいからちゃんと答えて。第1問。今日は何月何日でしょう？
Oh, it's the 15th of January 2015 as I'm recording, but that's not the date in the visual novel. What's this all of a sudden? It's January 19th. Well, it's actually a bit ahead of time here, isn't it? I just saw that on the circulation card, so it must be correct.
ピンポンピンポン。正解です。では第2問。10日後は何月何日でしょう？
Are you messing with me?
いいから答えてよ。
I think I should go with the flow now. It'll be January 29th.
正解。では第3問。1月29日は何の日でしょう？
Cold? I see. Coco wanted to ask that from the beginning. Of course I knew the answer. January 29th is... Are you freaking serious? What? Wait, let me see here. I know that there is... No, it isn't this choice, it's a choice after it. I'm not sure. But it's Anzu's birthday, but there is a choice coming up that leads to, like, a split, two different endings, like a crappier ending and the real ending for Anzu's route or something like that, so let's save. It's Anzu's birthday! It's Anzu's birthday, right?
ピンポンピンポン大正解。
You're exaggerating.
よしよし、偉い偉い。私や茜が言ったことをちゃんと覚えててくれたんだね。
So, what about her birthday? Look at that smile on her face there.
今日は10日後に迫ったアンズの誕生日のためにプレゼントを買おうと思って商店街まで振り出してみたというわけ。
I see, but why did you bring me?
それはね、買うのが義行だからだよ。
What?
あ、ごめん、言い方悪かったね。私からのプレゼントのお金を払ってもらおうとか思ってるんじゃないよ。ほら、義行ってさ、ガサツなとことかあるから、アンズの誕生日にプレゼント買うのとか忘れそうじゃない？
You know, you being dense and all.
だから私が一緒に見繕ってあげようかなって。
Is it just me or do her eyes look a bit odd tilted to the side like that? You're very meddlesome.
そうだよね。というかね、私ね、義行がアンズのプレゼントを買うときにね、一緒に選びたかったの。ただ、それだけ。
Is that the reason you called me out? Wasn't that a bit too sneaky?
だよね。でもね、思ったの。そうすることが私なりのけじめのつけ方なのかなって。うまく言えないけど。
And her feelings? Sorry, but I don't understand. The brain's too derpy, blubber. I can't think because I'm Yoshiyuki. I can't understand or comprehend these very obvious things. I couldn't get what she was driving at. What did Coco want to do?
ごめん。わからなくてもいいから付き合って。私を付き合わせて。お願い。
Coco pleaded with me. It'd certainly be great if Coco helped me find a gift for Anzu, but I couldn't understand what Coco was trying to say. I could either choose it with Coco or I could choose it on my own some other time. I thought about it for a little while. And so, we're going with the stupid choice first.
ダメ
No, I think I should choose it by myself. I appreciate your concern, but I'll go get something on my own later. Wait, no, on my own. Later. I'll try to sound gentle while clearly turning her offer down.
そっかそうだよね
Kyoko looked disappointed. Anyway, since we're here, why don't we eat something?
そうだね
I just wonder how this route gets derailed with this one, honestly. We went into a cafe, chatted for a while, and then each headed home. It had been a while since we last talked like this, so it was nice.